it's funny, man, with the Rockets right now. Remember how we were saying before with Jabari
Yeah,
not having enough breathing room to actually develop, because at the same time
yeah,
they have veterans on the team, they have a bunch of young guys mixed in, so it's just not enough breathing room for someone to get up enough shots, enough breathing room to make mistakes. And Ume seems like he's kind of focused on veterans and getting better, especially the way they constructed this team. There's not a lot of player options, there's a lot of team options, so everyone's sort of tradable. And we're always hearing rumors of them trying to get Durant. They're curious about Giannis, but recently, because of their success, right now they're 10-4. They won 5 straight, and their defense is excellent right now. We're hearing them say that they're not really trying to trade their young core, which I think is bullshit.
yeah.
I think that's cap. I think they're
Hmm.
lying about that, man. None of their moves have said that they're not trying
They're
to trade.
committed.
Yeah, they gave Jalen Green a short-term contract, which makes him very tradable, especially if you look at rookies coming off of extensions that were short. They pretty much all got traded at some point. It's just all their moves have said that, hey, they're setting up their guys to be flexible to get traded for like a bigger piece. But now they're
Yeah.
saying, oh, we're none of these guys, they're untouchable. Like, I think they're putting a little sauce on it.
The Rockets want to become like Tillman Fredette isn't known to be very patient when it comes to the front office general manager, right? For
Mm-hmm.
him, for sure, he wants to make moves that gets Rockets selling because he's more of an entertainment guy. Let's be honest. Like you live in Houston, man. A lot of what he does is a lot of entertainment along with like dining, restaurants, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
For him, his motivation is, how can I get people to sit down and watch our games?
correct. They got a ton of guys on team
Yeah,
friendly deals again. Fred Van Vliet team option.
yeah,
Jabari Smith Jr. He's still under the rookie scale contract, so it's nothing but team options on him.
yeah.
Same thing for men. Same thing for Jeff Green, team option.
I think is Jeff on his final year contract
Yeah,
or no?
he's on his final year, and it's also a team option.
Yeah,
So it was a team option for that year, and then Shingun, now he's locked in. He's pretty much the only one that's really locked in. Jalen Green does have a player option, but he's on a short term deal, which makes his contract is pretty much favorable, especially going in with the new CBA. Like another team, he's a good trade asset. They lined up
yeah.
his contract to be a great trade asset. So for them to say none of their young guys are available, I find that very hard to believe. Very hard to believe.
Everyone is available until proven otherwise.
Exactly.
Yep,
Exactly. I'm just looking
that's how
at
they're
their
running it.
yeah, I'm looking at their contracts. Like, Houston right now, they have enough money to get another guy. Like they could trade a couple pieces away to get a guy. And even Reed Shepard, how are they gonna find minutes for all these young assets, man? It's just too many on this team.
And they said Kev Whitmore back to the G League, and the guy looks like an NBA player.
Yeah, they got they're probably gonna lose Jay Sean Tate.
Yeah,
It looks like they're
well,
gonna
he's
lose
28,
him.
29. It's about to happen.
Yeah, he's 29. Okay, yeah, so he's younger. Steven Adams, he's probably gonna end up walking away for nothing. Yeah, it's
I could
just
see Steven Adams getting paid for cheap.
he's already getting paid. He's getting paid 12.
Yeah, but I think he tore his Achilles, right? So not a lot of teams are gonna really pay bang for him, anyways.
That's true. Yeah, but the Rockets, I mean, it's clear. To me, it's obvious that I don't want to say they're building up these guys to get traded, because sometimes like
Yeah,
them putting out statements like that, it's just kind of hyping up their players. Like, oh yeah, they're untouchable, and then teams are gonna
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah that might make a stupid GM want to say like, oh, I'm curious about this player. You know what I mean? Like they might get
Yeah,
even more curious because of that. But to me,
build up their stock.
all their moves has said, hey, we're gonna at some point try to package these guys.
But I think Jalen's averaging the same amount of points he averaged last season.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
it's just too many players. There's not enough shots to go around.
Yeah,
You got
and
the
he's having a good season. I gotta give him flowers
yeah
with
yeah
you.
he's
Mm.
improved his shooting. I'm shocked about that.
Yeah.
Um yeah, like when I went to the game, he made a step back three over OG and I think Josh Hart to seal the Knicks game. I'm just sitting there
Yeah.
like, since when? I'm like, yo, since when
Mhm,
he
yeah.
hitting a step back three in front of two crazy defenders? Like, yo, Dylan Brooks was hitting step back threes. I was like, what the
He's
fuck?
he's managed to lower his like bad shot taking. I'll give him that, bro. Before then, I used to get so annoyed watching him take shots.
Yeah, but he was knocking them down. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
he's kind of locked in with the Rockets. He's under a good price point, about $20 million until 2027.
Yeah.
So he's locked in at a good rate. I mean, Houston, it's weird, man. They kind of fused in two vets like Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks. I don't know if they're gonna pick up Fred's contract for next season, but they got way too many guys. They got Reed Shepard, the third
Way too
overall
many
pick.
chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Yep.
they got him just coming off the bench, third overall pick. And matter of fact, I think he was probably the most. He probably was the best standout in summer league.
Summer League.
And they got him just coming off the bench off rip.
Barely, like he's barely coming off the bench. He's not even getting like consistent minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eason. Who knows what they're gonna do with him?
Oh, they're paying Tari Eason.
Yeah, that's interesting. Eason and Amen Thompson. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna have two players that don't really shoot
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, those guys are probably like their highest potential guys too. Tari Eason and Amin Thompson, especially Amin Thompson.
Yo, if Amen could develop a jump shot, holy shit, those guys could be
I think like
unstoppable.
I think Tari Eason could be like a Draymond type player too.
Yeah. Yo,
Yeah.
Draymond is so underrated, man. Like people don't really understand. Like that guy is a Hall of
Mm.
Famer, man. Hall
Yeah.
of Fame. Like when you think about the Warriors, like me, I can't imagine. You see how Clay left the Warriors. If Draymond had left, that team is done. It's just Steph. Steph would just
Yeah.
been shooting
Oh, yeah.
forever, but that team would have been cooked. Like Draymond is way
Draymond.
more important. Way more
Yeah.
important.
That's someone I could see Tari Eason way more important than Clay.
Yeah, he's way like
Yeah.
yeah, he's way more important than Clay. Like as of right
Oh,
now,
okay.
because the way Clay with the injury,
Yeah, I agree.
it's just he's way more important, man. Like he's really the quarterback of this whole shit, man. Like you see the way their defense is
Yeah.
playing.
Oh yeah, he's anchoring great defense. He knows how to really play well with Steph.
Yeah, man, it's like damn,
Yeah.
Draymond is really underrated. Like, and that's my issue with the stats. Like, it's not gonna show, but when you
Oh,
see
hell no.
when you're watching, you're just like, yeah, that guy. There is no Warriors dynasty. He's part of it. He's as big. He's of course everything is surrounded by Clay. I mean by Steph.
Yeah,
Everything is
Steph.
built around him, but man, you need Draymond in there, man, with the
Look.
enforcer, the defense, just the presence. You need Draymond in there.
Bro, like just look at Steph's stats if you don't believe in Draymond's greatness, honestly speaking. He opens the floor a lot for him, bro, and he anchors a lot of the defenses for Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond, he has a lot of his flaws. I think sometimes he could be really underrated and sometimes really overrated. But Draymond, he's incredible, bro. If Tari Eason develops to become the next Draymond Green, the Rockets are in luck. Like I could see if he becomes the next Draymond Green, like he might be the one most likely to be kept over like Jalen Smith, Jalen Green, or Amen Thompson, or any of the Reed Shepard, any other young guys. You know?
Yep. And you know what's so funny with Draymond? If he wasn't so fucking emotional, I
Yeah.
would say that he's definitely gonna be an NBA coach. I would say
But
that
I
for
think that's
sure.
what makes Draymond Draymond.
Yeah, like, but you never know. Like when guys get older, they kind of change a little bit. You never know. It wouldn't shock me if Draymond, kind of, tampers down some of that energy, and then he ends up being like a Hall of Fame coach. Like it wouldn't shock me.
He'd
Like,
be
that's
great
how
for their
good he
culture.
is, man. Like people
Yeah.
don't really understand. He sees the game way different. Like
Oh
that
no, he's
decision making is crazy. Like
his
the
decision making, his anchoring of the defense.
yeah, just reading everything on the floor,
Yeah,
just really fucking
being a
underrated.
difference maker. You know, he doesn't need to score a basket to be a difference maker.
Facts. Like, but hey, if Draymond could kind of add a little bit of poise, because his personality right now, man, I don't know if it's because he's still in the league. If he was able to coach right now, I would say he would choke out a player.
No,
That
100%.
yeah, but you never know when guys might leave the league and kind of tamper down a little bit. Then he could
You can
become a
get a lot more
coach.
mature. You
Yeah,
know, you're not in the court all the time. You're 40, 50. You're like, I don't got the energy anymore.
yeah. Like then
Yeah.
I could see Draymond becoming a Hall of Fame. Like I don't want to say it wouldn't shock me if he became like years down the line became like a
Yeah.
Popovich type coach. It wouldn't shock me, bro. It wouldn't shock me at all. Cause he does have that, but it's just the temperament.
Yeah.
Like, could he have like a coach's temperament? Cause he has the he kind of has like the mold. Like, cause you know how the
Yeah.
coaches that kind of are like late first round picks or late, second round picks, they kind of fought their way into the league. They had to learn
Yeah.
the game on every different level, every little
Yeah.
crevice.
Look at it like a coach's perspective, everything,
Yeah,
you know?
they become the best coaches, and Draymond does have that. Draymond does have that, like, archetype. Like Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson was like not the best player, but he played on a championship team, and there's a lot of nuances
Yeah.
of the game he had to like study to stay and fight in the league.
But
And so
Phil was a hustle player in his whole career,
yeah,
playing career, yes.
same thing for like what makes Jalen Brunson so good is that his pops had to fight to stay in the league year after year for like 11
Yeah.
years straight. He jumped from team to team, so his dad had to learn every little corner of the game, every little advantage, and he passed that on to him. And you see the same thing
But
play out with Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue was the same way, jumping from team to team, and now he's a really good head coach because he had to fight to stay into the league.
same with Joe Bryant and his son Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those tend to be the best.